Welcome to Business Excellence Series. In any enterprise, scaling operations requires us to carefully analyze our workflows and determine exactly where machines should take over and where human expertise remains indispensable. To ground this concept in real-world scenario, let's look at a standard air ticket modification workflow. Let us explore system-driven and automated processes. We will walk through how we deliberately re-engineered this workflow into two highly optimized models, straight-through processing and exception-based processing, and how this fundamentally shifts our RACI matrix to drive true operational excellence. This illustration is all about RACI and automation process models. To the right, there is a dedicated 30-second summary window paired with performance impact icons, faster execution, consistent and accurate, and system accountability. We placed these metrics at the very top because every process reengineering journey must begin with the why. Before an executive looks at a single workflow step, they need to see the tangible business value, reducing manual drag and shifting accountability from localized human errors to robust system design. Moving down to the top left quadrant, let us take a tour of straight through processing. We designed this as a completely linear, four-step horizontal flow: receive request, validate data, execute transaction, and complete and record. Notice the prominent green automate badges and check marks under every single node. We laid this out to visually communicate zero human friction. In an air ticket scenario, when an employee requests a standard flight that falls completely within company policy, there is absolutely no reason for a manager to manually click approve. The system validates the budget, checks compliance rules, hits the global distribution system to book the ticket, and shares the itinerary instantly. We included a dedicated description box directly below this flow to solidify the operational definition. This is a fully electronic, end-to-end automated engine where human-to-human handoffs are entirely eliminated. Now, let us pivot to the top right quadrant, exception-based processing. This is where process design meets real-world complexity. The flow begins identically to straight-through processing, fully automated through data validation. However, looking at step 3, highlighted with an amber background and a warning icon, which is exception, this is the core architectural pivot of the entire illustration. In our travel example, if an employee tries to book a last-minute international flight that exceeds the standard budget, the automated system does not just break down. It intelligently isolates the specific transaction and triggers a system alert. Notice how the arrow then routes cleanly into step 4 and 5, human expert review and approval and finalize, represented by dark blue human icons. This is to show that the system acts as a high volume shield, filtering out 90% of routine tasks and only routing the messy, non standard cases to a human manager's queue. The system handles normal operations while the human expert takes over during an exception. Ultimate accountability resides with the process owner or risk manager. This clear matrix formatting ensures that during an audit or an operational failure, the organization knows exactly where the boundary lines lie. Finally, let's look at the very bottom of the canvas. On the left, we engineered a system driven best practices bar featuring clean, digestible icons for automating rules based tasks, defining sharp exception criteria, and ensuring data integration. On the lower right, we placed our final strategic anchor, a target graphic that serve as a call to action, streamline the routine.